Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Physician Healer. I'm Dr. Celeste Amaya, integrative physician. I merge East and West medicines together. And today, before we deep dive into another Meridian Meditation Session, I wanted to go ahead and read to you a little excerpt from As a Man Thinketh. I'm beginning to read this book by James Allen. And I just want to read this to you. It was something I found really profound. And it had a lot to do with thought and our thinking. And so as I read this to you, digest every word and let me know what you think about it. Let me know what this poem means to you. Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought, and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. This week, as I thought about our process of thinking, that we are basically what we think about, as Earl Nightingale had said. I've mentioned him previously. He's the father of personal development, and his famous secret that he told people about was called the Strangest Secret, and it was man becomes what he thinks about most. We are and we become what is in our mind, what is in our thoughts. And as I have written in my previous newsletters, thought is actually a cosmic waveform that penetrates space and time. This was something that was rather new to me in terms of the concept. I actually never thought about thinking and thought as waves or waveforms, that mind, thought, both of those are movement, that thought has speed, and thought actually travels a lot faster than the speed of light, and this kind of blew my mind. If that is true, and thought moves, and thought is vibration, vibration is energy, that means whatever we think about, we do become. A lot of times, we don't think about certain things. I think we write them off. I certainly have in the past. We write off certain things as coincidences, or, oh, we just got lucky, but we never put two and two together, which is, what if all these things happen, but they're not by chance? They happen because we were thinking about it, but we were just unaware. Part of, as I've actually read, to be at the right time at the right place, you have to first be aware that you are at the right place at the right time for anything to happen or anything for you to notice that happens your way. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the importance of what we keep in our mind. I have talked to a lot of different clients and patients over the years, just trying to tell them the power of our mind. We truly do become and we feel whatever's in our mind, whatever we're thinking about. If we think happy thoughts, we are happy. If we think sad thoughts, we become sad. Sometimes there are some programs where they teach us, well, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be unhappy, it's okay to feel unfulfilled, try not to strive for any goals, try to just simply be. And for me, and again, this is just, this is just my opinion, I feel what works for me is to set aside time, definitely set aside time in private where you can sit in contemplation, reflection, or meditation. And I usually do 1 hour plus. I do more during the weekends. I was just sitting in meditation and doing the Meridian procedure with that to allow me to go into the meditative phase a lot quicker. But during the day when I'm with people, during the day when I'm working, it's a bit of a challenge if I felt sad or I felt anything but positive to excuse myself to go somewhere and to just meditate and cry about it. I know that crying is a release, but I find it a challenge, and many of my clients have told me the same, that although it is important to allow the feeling, to not fight it, because resistance is persistence, I feel for me, there's a time and a place to cry, and there's a time and a place to actually take action. And I found that although patients and clients are different because everyone is a different individual, I found that some techniques work for some people, other techniques work for other people. For me, I find that if I am in my own personal home and I'm by myself, I tend to allow what I'm feeling without fighting it and just see what kind of comes through. However, if I'm going to go ahead and be in public or I'm working, I will use techniques where if something negative comes in, I'll actually say, you need to go out, you need to leave now. And if that doesn't work, I start doing positive affirmations. I'm so happy and grateful, this is what's going on, I'm so happy and grateful. And if listing 10 or 15 or 20 of them don't work, I start to turn them into the intentional statement questions I've taught previously on YouTube and previously in my newsletter on Substack.com, to switch positive affirmations into question form so that the egoic part of the mind can't argue with us. And so please check out my previous videos for all that information. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin leading us into just a quiet relaxation technique at this point. So go ahead and find a place that's comfortable, quiet, and then just gently close your eyes. And if you're not familiar with the Meridian tapping EFT points, I invite you to check out my previous YouTube videos for instructions and tutorials. Also check out substack.com, and that's substack.com. That's my free weekly newsletter or blog, which goes through a lot of different tutorials written down. There are instructions on how to journal, and I hope you find all that informative. If you do and you find that meaningful and helpful, please share that with anyone you think might benefit from this also. And be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share, and use the comment section if you have questions or clarifications, or if you have any other suggestions or recommendations you want me to go over in my next installment. So go ahead now and find someplace quiet and go ahead and sit up. You can lie down and then go ahead and replay this at your earliest convenience. But for now, find a quiet place, sit up for me, and then close your eyes gently. And as you close your eyes, begin to allow yourself to settle into the space. Feel the space around you. Allow yourself to hold space. And then gently release yourself into the vastness of the space around you. Spend a moment and just track the heartbeat, locate where it is, and feel the heart beating. Spend a moment and feel yourself breathing, and allow yourself to feel the movement of the body as you breathe. Feel the clothing that touches upon parts of your skin. Allow yourself to just be here in the now, in the present moment, and that this moment is all that there is. Go ahead now and take a very slow, deep breath in. I invite you to take that breath in either through your nose or through pursed lips to slow the movement of air down. What you want to do is just slow it down to 5, 6, or 7 seconds in, 5, 6, or 7 seconds out. So for instance, you can do something like this. I'm going to use pursed lips. And then I'm going to let it out 5, 6, 7 seconds out. And again, the length of time is important because you want to really prolong the process of the breath in and the breath out. It allows the diaphragm to not only slow down, but when the breathing muscles begin to slow down, the body slows down, the mind begins to follow suit, and all of a sudden the stress response, which is when your cortisol levels begin to rise, that's your stress hormone, that begins to decrease in your body, and the adrenal glands absorb that back. So again, breathe in again. Track that breath all the way down into the belly, 5, 6, 7 seconds in. And release. Now go ahead and just breathe very quietly, very gently. And as we begin to access the first point, I will invite you to access the chest point and just gently tap here as I speak. Feel free to repeat after me, or just keep quiet and just listen to my words as you continue accessing using gentle tapping pressure on the points that I'm going to be going through today. I invite my mind, body, and spirit to come together today in unification and alignment. Through the coherence of my mind, body, and spirit, I invite myself to remind myself that I'm connected not only to myself, but I'm connected to everything and everyone all around me. This connection allows me to feel that I'm not alone and that I'm never alone, but always guided, watched, always taken care of. Through this process of being reminded that I'm never alone, this grants me my freedom, allowing my body to rise, allowing myself to feel free to be in the now, in the present time, to show up as I am. Go ahead now and change the meridian point to the blade of the hand. You can either switch back and forth or just keep to one side. Both ways are equally as effective. And as you begin to tap this area, I will begin to speak again. As I breathe into the space of this present time, I am aware that I am aligned and I am unified. And as I know the truths, the only truths that I know is that I am here, I can feel my breath, I can feel my heartbeat, I know that I exist and that I'm alive. I know that I'm grateful to be alive, grateful for everything, and grateful for nothing at all. I remember that gratitude is for everything and anything. Gratitude is a feeling, and the universe never asks for what reason am I grateful. I'm just simply grateful. Go ahead and switch the meridian point to the brow. You can do one side or both sides at the same time. And as you gently tap here, be thinking, be repeating the following. As I breathe into the space of the present time, I allow myself the feeling of abundance, freedom, that I don't need to be a specific way or a certain way. My job is simply to show up as I am, that there's no such thing as an extra human, that I am unique, I am necessary, and I am needed, and that we all have a purpose. I give permission for this purpose to flow through me. I will allow the purpose to find me as I flow through time, as I simply just be. Go ahead and now change the meridian point to the corner of the eye. You can do one side or both sides at the same time. Again, both ways are equally as effective. As I breathe into the space of the present time, I'm aware of the present time of the now, that all that we have is this moment, and that in the present moment, all things are possible. I invite stillness, I invite the quiet. As I open the doors inward, for I am love, I am light, I am peace, and I am love. All the things I seek outside of me are within me. All answers, all solutions are here at all times. What is abundant is already here. All I need to do is open my heart and allow that energy to flow freely to me, through me, and around me. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the eye again, one or both sides. As I take a slow breath in and I hold space and I release myself into the space, I'm aware that the connection of my mind, body, and spirit not only connects me to myself, but there's a sense of oneness with all things. There is no such thing as a separation. I am one with everything. I allow myself to release all tendon pressures, all ligament pressures, releasing all tension throughout my body from head to toe, allowing my body to heal, allowing my body to restore into a balanced state. I release all heaviness. I release all burdens at this time. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the nose and gently tap here. As I breathe further into the space of this present time, I expand my heart space and allow that warmth, that energy to flow freely through my body. I release all obstacles and stuckness within my body. I allow all channels and all my meridians to flow freely through my body, healing and restoring me into a balanced state. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the lower lip and gently tap here as I speak. As I allow my body to remain in coherence, in connection, I allow myself to invite all that there is, all that it is good, all that is peace, all that is love, and all that is light to flow freely to me, through me, and around me. I surrender to this moment. I surrender to what is. I allow myself to release all that is heavy, release the lessons I've already learned, letting go, release. Allowing all tension to be released at this time, all burdens to be released. Allow all that is heavy to be set down, allowing myself to flow freely forward, allowing my body to rise, allowing all energy to flow freely around me, healing me, restoring me into a balanced state. Go ahead and change back into the chest points here, either one side or both sides once again. And as I allow all that is good to flow through me, I realize that my thought is important to me. Whatever I think about all that is good and all that is positive. I think about all the opportunities and all of my abilities. I can do everything that I set my mind to. I can become and I can feel healthy and strong. So I begin to ask myself, how is it possible that I'm feeling so strong in the last year or two that I didn't even notice before? How is everything in my life feeling so magical that I didn't notice before? How is my body so quick to heal that I didn't notice before? How have I been so strong, so resilient that I didn't notice before? How have I become so fit, so vibrant that I didn't notice before? How is it that I'm able to harbor positive thoughts at all times that I didn't notice before? How have I been so strong in health through my mind that I didn't notice before? How did I allow myself to be incredibly resilient, flexible, and healthy that I didn't notice before? Go ahead now and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in all that brightness into every cell of the body and then release. And feel all the lingering heaviness being released at this point. Breathe in again and release. Go ahead now and rest both hands. Allow your eyes to remain closed. Take another slow, deep breath in. And visualize all the brightness going to every cell of the body. And release. And allow yourself to sit for a few more moments, allowing the body to settle, allowing the mind to settle, allowing all that is heavy, that lingers and remains, to gently be released and let go from the mind, from the body. Freely allowing the mind to wander, Allow all thoughts to wander at this moment. Allow the body to remain free, releasing all that is heavy, releasing all that feels burdensome, and just simply be this moment. And to remember, nothing's bad, nothing's good. Everything is how you think it, and everything is how you see it. Allow yourself to be okay with the ups and downs and the highs and the lows. And remember that everything is just a balance. What is a little bit good is only a little bit bad. What is a lot bad, as you see it, come around the other way, and there's also a lot good coming from that. Remember that whatever we judge as being negative, sometime down the line, we always look back and we give thanks that if that quote-unquote bad thing didn't happen, the good thing would not have happened. It's the way it is. Think good thoughts and you will vibrate positively from the vibrations and the frequencies that start in the mind. They do get transferred into the body. The body is healthier if the mind thinks healthy, happy thoughts. Take this moment and start thinking about 8 to 10 things that easily comes to your mind that you're grateful for. And just say, I'm so happy and so grateful now that I can feel joy. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can feel everything. I'm so happy and grateful I have clothes on my back. I'm so happy and grateful I have loved ones, people who love me and those that I love back. I'm so happy and grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm so happy and grateful I can hold a pen and write letters. I'm so happy and grateful I have food to eat. I'm so happy and grateful that I can see and have conversations. I'm so happy and grateful I can smell the rain and the sweet earth when it has just rained. I'm so happy and grateful I can go outside and feel the wind upon my face, feel the sunlight. So happy and grateful I can see puffy white clouds and a blue sky. So happy and grateful I can enjoy tea or coffee or juice. So happy and grateful I can play. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm just simply here, that I exist. I'm so happy and grateful that my heart beats. I'm so happy and grateful that I breathe. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm here. Go ahead and take a slow, deep breath in and release. Breathe in again and let it out. Now when it calls to you, just very slowly and gently open your eyes and just simply take a moment to stare and allow the energies to settle down within your body and come out gently into the present time, into the present moment. Allow your body time to come into this present reality. I will invite you that if you have a few more minutes or 20, 30 more minutes or more, feel free to sit longer, leaving your eyes closed in continued reflection and contemplation. Try to remember to always do your gratitudes once or twice a day and take a few minutes and really get emotional, really feel each one. It's very important. When we anchor emotions into our statements, they become stronger and they become more powerful. So if thought indeed is vibrational, it is energy and it is frequency, then remember, whatever you put emotion to, it's going to make the statements even more powerful, and your body will follow suit, because it is said, the body is a faithful servant. Your body becomes and feels everything you're thinking about. And this is a very important point to remember, and this is science and is based on neuroscience. Anyway, I'd like to thank all of you for joining me today. I hope that this session has been helpful for you. And again, if you like what you saw and you like what you heard, please remember to click the alert bell so you get all the alerts for upcoming new episodes. Also remember to share it with friends and family. Use the comment section to put questions or comments. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me if you have any other ideas or anything else you want to see. And make sure you share it. So thank you again, and remember to check out my Substack.com newsletter. It comes out every week, and hopefully you'll find some insight and inspiration. Until next time, with love and gratitude, I thank you guys for joining me, and wishing you all blessings for much to be grateful for in the upcoming weeks ahead. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.